57 is a 5. The 5 is balance. The 5 is when we're in this place of this is not working, that's not what I don't have that, and where is that, and I need this and I don't have it, and when is that coming, where is it, where is this, I don't have this, it's a place of lack. Let's say you wanted a relationship, you don't see the relationship, you don't see money, you don't have this and you don't have that, and it's a place of complete lack that you don't have what you feel you need. The opposite of that lack feeling is abundance or gratitude at a minimum. Gratitude for me is the balance. That's where that's the best place to work from, the gratitude. Because when you work from gratitude, automatically you're working from a place of abundance. When we are in lack, there is no gratitude. There is just only what you want that you can't see. That's what your focus is. But when you work from gratitude, then you're working from everything that you already have in your world, and you're feeling good about what you have. So the 5 is about getting into that place of gratitude. So let's say you don't have, let's say you were short on money. You can view, I don't have enough money, my bank account is empty, I need to go and buy food, I've got all these bills to pay. You could view it from that way. But you could also, the 5, any of the numbers, I like the pole. I use it mostly for the 6. But I'm going to give you an example with the pole. So the 5 is, I don't have enough money. Where's my money? My bank account is empty. I don't know when I'm getting more money. I don't know how I'm going to pay this. I don't know how I'm going to pay that. Or we can focus on, I'm so grateful for the house that I live in, that it's a shelter over my head and it's a warm place for me to live in. I'm so grateful for the food that I get to eat because I know it nourishes my body and gives me what I need. I'm so grateful for the hot showers that I get to have that clean my body, and it feels so good to be under them. I'm so grateful for my arms that help me to carry shopping or give my kids hugs or my partner hugs or whatever. I'm so grateful for my legs that help me to move. I'm so grateful for my health that allows me to do whatever it is that I want to do. I'm so grateful for my ears that allow me to hear the birds sing in the morning. I'm so grateful for my nose that allows me to smell all the flowers. I'm so grateful, you get the idea. There's 1,000,001 things that we can be grateful for. When we're talking about money, you're telling yourself every day that you should be grateful. So when we're talking about money, let's say, for example, you had a lot of bills that you needed to pay. It would be, I don't have money to pay my bills. That's the general lack mindset that you would have. But the opposite is, I'm so grateful for the money that allows me to have the showers. I'm so grateful for the hot water that allows me to have the hot showers. I'm so grateful for the house. You're grateful for the house means that you'll get the money that allows you to have the house. You're grateful for the water allows you to be able to get the money towards the water. It's not necessarily about the money. It's about when you send out gratitude towards the things that you have, what you'll be able to receive back is more of those things. So if it's money that provides you to have more of those things, the universe will provide that money. But it's about being grateful for these things to allow the universe to give you what you need to continue to have them. So that's the 5. It's this lack mindset and working from a more grateful point of view. So when you find that you're thinking, I don't have, remind yourself, not just, you say, I'm telling myself every day I should be grateful. The way that you've written that sentence sounds like you tell yourself off. I should be more grateful. I should be focusing on more gratitude. I don't know why I keep going to this place of lack, but I really should be focusing on gratitude. It sounds like you tell yourself off about not being grateful, rather than encouraging yourself to be grateful. So work from this place of encouraging yourself, because as long as you're telling yourself off, you're still working from this place of lack. It's like being a bully to yourself, rather than like you reminding yourself of being grateful is a really, really good thing. So well done, well done. I didn't just sit here and just spurt all of this stuff about how I'm not grateful, but I'm choosing to put myself in a grateful position. So well done to me for choosing to put myself in a grateful position, for reminding myself to be in a grateful attitude. Well done you. It is an accomplishment, because lots of people will sit in that lack mentality and stay there. So the fact that you bring yourself to this place of acknowledging that you could put more effort into being grateful, well done you for acknowledging, for the awareness of self to get yourself there. So anytime you notice that you're in lack and you remind yourself, gratitude, right? Yes, I am grateful for the awareness to be grateful. I'm grateful that I'm taking the actions to be grateful. I'm grateful that I made a choice to be grateful. Already, that's like 3 things to be grateful for, and you've not even stated anything in your world that you're grateful for other than the fact that you're aware that you need to be grateful, or to put your focus on being grateful. Attitude. And your mind will, because it's a habit, to think in the way that you think in a lackful mindset. So your mind will keep going back to this place, but keep bringing it back to this place, to the gratitude. Don't tell yourself off. I'm back here again. Why am I back here again? I keep doing all this work to be grateful. I keep reminding myself to be grateful, and still I end up ungrateful. Why? Why do I keep doing this? Just keep bringing yourself back. That's it. Just keep bringing yourself back. Thank you for the awareness. And bring yourself back. Bring yourself back and bring yourself back. The only reason you keep going here is because it's a habitual way of thinking. And you've created these circuits within your mind for thinking in this way. So what your work to do now is create these new circuits within your mind that give you a new way of thinking. But these are the default. So your mind will always go back to these ones until these ones become your default. Make sense? So this is your aim, to make these default. But until they're default, until these circuits are really firm inside your mind, you will keep going back to this one. So just be compassionate with yourself and bring yourself back to this one. Bring yourself back and bring yourself back and bring yourself back. That's the work that you have to do. That's the challenge of a number 5. So anybody in their 50s, this will be a challenge. And in the 7, you're on a difficult year. You're on a difficult year. The 7 is, you know, I was talking about the lack with the 5 of it feels like lack. 7 is a very similar feeling, but 7, the lack of the 5 is just the lack. It's like a weight, a huge big weight of not having. The 7 is that feeling of not having, but it comes with frustration. Why isn't this here yet? What do I have to do to make this happen? It's like you put in a lot of work to create. Let's say you were short of money. Let's just use that as the example for you, because I've used it a few times already for you. So let's say that was the frustration, that you needed more money. So you were working extra, and then you're working extra, but you still don't have enough. It's like, I'm doing everything I can. I'm working more, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I still don't have enough. What else can I do? What else? It's just not working for me. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know. I'm doing everything. The one thing that you're not doing is having faith that what you are working towards is coming towards you. You have a lot of persistence in you that you will keep putting energy and effort into what you're creating, but it's from a fearful place. It's from the number 5, the lack place. It's from the place of you don't have enough. So even though you keep putting the money, even though you keep putting the energy into it, happiness, it's just an example, and it's a very easy example, money, but happiness then. You don't have happiness. So happiness is very interesting, because money is something physical. Happiness is something inside of you. It's you making a choice to be happy. So if you want to feel happy, focus on things that make you happy. You're focused on things that don't make you happy. Happiness isn't about accumulating anything. It doesn't come from accumulating. It doesn't come from, when I get that house, I'll be happy. When I get that job, I'll be happy. When I get this, I'll be happy. It doesn't come from any of that. If it came from those things, It means that billionaires and millionaires, and they would be extremely happy, but a lot of them are not happy. And that's because these things don't make us happy. Happiness is a feeling that we experience through choice, through deciding of what we are focused on. And at the moment, you're focused on the lack. So that happiness, let's use the 7 as happiness. So the 7 is, okay, so I've got the house I want and that's sorted, and I've got the job I want and that's sorted, and I've got this, that, but I'm still not happy. Why am I not happy? What do I need to do to make myself happy? That's like still a lack. It's that you need something to come into your world to create that happiness. And there's a frustration around this feeling of lack, which keeps the frustration going. When there is no lack, there is no lack, there is only abundance really, and the gratitude, and that creates more gratitude. So 57, 7 is you're putting a lot of work in, but there's a lot of frustration, and all 57 is a message of walking in faith. It's trusting in what you're walking towards. Focused on your gratitude. When you focus on the gratitude, that helps you with the 5. It will also help you with the 7, because when you're focused on gratitude, like I said, from gratitude, you're in a place of love, not fear. So when you're in lower frequency 5, you're in fear. So when you get to the 7, it's this idea, or let me do it in order. So you go from the 5, I don't have. That brings you to the 6. So you're nurturing seeds with the 6 is nurturing seeds. But if you're focused on you don't have, then what you're focused on with the 6 is the lack of. So the seed that you're nurturing is the seed that is not going to supply what you want. It's not able to bring you the harvest because you're focused on it not growing. You're focused on I don't have. So that seed that you've planted is only going to produce nothing. It's not going to produce, it's just going to produce more of nothing. It can't produce anything else because that's the focus of the 6. So then you get to the 7, which is an action. For me, 7 is the only action that needs to be taken of all the numbers. Otherwise, the universe just provides. But 7, there is an action. So the 7, there's the action. So you want a job, then you'll talk to somebody that you want a job, or you'll look for a job, or whatever. Just giving you an example, but there will be an action. Or you want a house, so you go to the estate agent, or you start looking around for sale signs, whatever it is, there's an action. So you will put the action in, but the action that you're putting in is still from this lackful place. So although you're putting action in, it's still with this mindset of you can't have it, it's never going to be yours. It's all from this place of lack. I'm not good enough, I can't have it, it's not mine, when is it going to come? It's never going to come, I don't know how it's going to come, I don't know what I need to do to make it come, I don't know. It's all from this place of lack, which is frustration. It feels like frustration with the 7. Or we have the 5, that you're working from this place of gratitude. From this place of gratitude, you go into the 6, which means that you're feeding, you're nurturing the seeds that you planted. So from gratitude, it means you're focused on all the things that you really are grateful for within your world, and that seed that you've planted then gets the opportunity to be nurtured. So you're bringing in more and more and more of the things that you already love, and new things that you thought about that you're putting good energy into, which brings you to the 7. You take the action. So let's say it was a house, so you're looking around and you're seeing these houses, and you're like, ooh, I really like that one, oh, I'd love to live in that one feels really amazing. That would be the 6, that feels really amazing. And the 7 is the action that you've taken. So you're seeing the house, oh, that one would feel amazing, and you have faith that what you're putting your energy into is coming back towards you. What if you're scared of what the future holds? If you're scared of what the future holds, then what you're attracting is what? More fear. You're going to attract more fear. When you send out fear into the universe, what you're attracting back is more fear. We had terrible loss in September, so struggling to move to new way of living with trauma. Yeah, it's work. It's work. It's work. It is work. The struggle is because you're fighting the trauma. That's why we struggle. When we're fighting what we're feeling, that's when we struggle. When we allow ourselves to feel what we feel and we move beyond it and make a choice to feel something different, we will feel something different. But if you're fighting what you're feeling, you're not allowing it out. You're holding on to it, and then you'll keep looking at it, and you won't want to keep looking at it. But by suppressing something, we do look at it. And loss is a perception, because when something comes out of our life, it comes out of our lives for something new to come in. It's interesting that it was in September as well, because September's 9. September is how I always explain, it's like an autumn tree that the leaves are falling off. And after that moment of those leaves falling off, so the energy is not going into these dead leaves anymore, it's going into creating the energy to create these new sprouts in the spring. But if it was constantly putting the energy into these dead leaves, then there wouldn't be the energy to be able to put into the new growth that's coming. So as long as the energy is going into something that isn't there anymore, or what you can't see anymore, because if it's a person, for example, whenever, my view, when there is no separation, when somebody passes on, their energy didn't leave, their physical body left, but they didn't leave. Their energy is still here. So yeah, when we are holding on to a life that we had and holding on to it so much, it will feel struggle to move into a new place, to move on from that place. But the idea is that we move on from that place knowing that what we experienced gave us the lessons and the tools that we needed to move into this new place, not to hold on to everything that we experienced and want it forever, but to use what we learnt from it to be able to help us moving forward. You have to do the work. You have to do the work if you want it to look different, and that's your choice. It's the choice of whether you do the work or you don't do the work. Neither is wrong or right. There is no wrong or right. Neither is wrong or right. However long it takes you to experience what you're experiencing is how long it takes you. But the more work you put into creating a different viewpoint, creating a different mindset for yourself, will create these different feelings within yourself, and these different feelings will be sent out into the universe, and that's what will come back to you looking different to what you've seen already. So it's just how much work you put in to knowing, to see how much your world changes around you.